do not.
Okay, I got muffins.
Okay.
Last time it was biscuits. This time it's muffins.
What I need to do is just drill a hole in this and just bolt it down.
Yeah, at this point. Hi. You're gonna push it back closer to me.
Oh, did I take it away from you?
It didn't just get there.
Closer? You want closer?
Cut that out.
John, cut that out.
Yeah, come on, John. What are you, 12?
Wrong mic out.
15 or immature child?
That's right.
I got him.
Your cord is tight.
I can't think of a sellout sip for this movie.
Really? He was so stunned by the gluteus maximus that can't think of one.
Did you end up watching the second one, Albert?
No.
Oh, okay.
I decided not to. I was going to. And then Jesse said, I can't do it. It's like, okay, I won't do it either.
You guys are the worst.
No, what do you mean?
The worst.
I would have if he was going to.
Sometimes you just need to defy the emperor.
Call like John the Emperor?
Or me, I don't know. You defied one of us, so
we were defying him. I'm stuck on my still that stuff too. I'm still digesting it.
digesting.
Yeah. This is the first time I've seen this movie, so
Me too.
I don't know.
Yeah, first time.
You've seen it before, John?
Mm-hmm. I've seen it multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
And this past week, how many times did you see it?
I told Jesse I watched this movie 3 times.
What?
This week.
I watched it once when we were playing Monster Hunter on Friday.
Oh, okay. Just
But
in the background?
Just in the background, so I was like, I don't really count that time.
Okay.
And then I watched it Saturday morning before going to see the second one.
Good for you.
Both of you. And then I watched it again after watching the second one. Just to... So I watched it twice yesterday.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah, it's fine. It was fine.
Yeah, better than watching Eternals twice.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, just kidding.
Oh, for sure. This movie is so much better.
It's a little bit closer than you think. No, kidding. Just kidding.
Oh, no.
I hate you. What's it called? So this is both of your guys' first time watching?
That's right.
How?
How?
Yeah.
I'd never seen it before today.
Yeah, like how?
That's how.
I'm pretty sure I've seen it in the background, like when I did have cable back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
But I never saw it in a full setting before.
Gotcha.
How old was I? 6 years old this time. 7. Not a movie my parents would allow me to watch
Definitely
at the time.
Yeah,
so.
But you're no longer 7.
I am actually.
You've been out of your. You've been out of that age where you cannot watch.
I identify as 7.
Yeah, just you identify as a 7.
7 out of 100.
With the power to watch whatever you want to now.
Yeah. I choose to exercise my other 7 to watch Pacific Rim. That's how I love that movie so much.
I'm not ignoring Jesse. I'm just trying to think of myself at 7.
I thought you had it. I thought you were typing stuff.
I've been typing stuff and then it's too long, so I'm like trying to figure out what.
Mm-hmm.
I hate it when I have that problem.
You never have that.
I
problem.
never have that problem. Except when I do 2 salad sips, then double the trouble.
And so why haven't you watched it in the 31 years old. In the 11 years since you've turned 20. I don't know why 20. I don't know why I did 20.
It's rated R, right?
Yeah.
When you go from 18?
Yeah,
maybe
18, so
13
years. Like, does it just not interest you, or?
I don't know. I have a very particular taste in movies and
Set of skills.
and a set of skills. I
We'll
will find
find
you, and I will kill you.
Oh my!
I don't know why exactly. I'd never bought it, and I don't know if it's been on Netflix before. I'm assuming probably at one point in time it was, but I just never got to it.
I was telling Jesse before you got here that like this time period, like from like the Greek to like Romans, like those type of like movies, video games, like they just like really interest me.
Yeah, Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
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 Is Lord of the Rings like that time-ish? I mean, it's a different world, right?
I would say that's more like medieval.
Medieval times?
Would
So
you
it's-
agree?
That's before.
Kind of, I guess, medieval fantasy.
Well,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
is a fantasy.
Yeah.
But but it's like before these times, right? Medieval times are before the Roman times? Or am I flipping?
Medieval's way after Roman times.
Oh, yeah. I
Yeah.
knew that.
I was like, wait a second, you had me confused. Like I was
Medieval's
like,
way after.
Yeah.
Way after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Roman is pre-evil and they're medieval.
And
Now we're evil.
After evil.
After evil.
Roman, I think they even timestamp it like 200 AD, 180
Okay,
I think that was like one of the taglines that I just thought was dumb, but it was that 280
AD.
thing.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And then medieval is like 700s.
700s.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
So-
really need to write this.
Oh
out,
yeah,
so-
good idea.
Yeah. go ahead. I won't distract you.
Okay. As you just stare at me the whole time.
Still not distracting you. You done yet, John? What are you doing? We were waiting on Albert, now we're waiting on you. What's going on, man?
I think I have it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I'm good. Okay. Well,
Good enough.
Good enough for me.
Got my own.
So okay, let me get the details. Let me just get my life all organized. It's early in the morning. It's not early in the
It's
morning.
not super
even
early.
in the
It's
morning.
mid morning.
Yeah, it's mid morning.
Mid
Okay.
evil morning
No, this is after.
after.
That's
It is-
after what we're in
Yeah,
right now.
that's way after.
This is pretty bleh.
Pretty pre.
Whoa.
Pre-evil morning.
Pre-evil morning.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
When will it be medieval morning?
When we get to a medieval movie.
Oh. Okay, I get what you're saying now.
You're the one that said it first.
I'm very confused.
Confused himself.
Okay, directed by Ridley Scott. There was a bunch of taglines. Most of them were just like quotables from the movie, so I just didn't even bother.
Mm-hmm.
Budget estimated at $103 million.
And 50 cents.
And 50 cents? Estimated.
I just get
Just
estimated.
estimated.
Might be 51.
That's a lot.
They couldn't round up the estimation at all. Release date of May 5th, 2000. May 5th, 2000.
25th,
2000.
2000.
2000.
Runtime of 2 hours and 35 minutes. Rated R. Box office worldwide of just under $466 million.
Mm-hmm.
I found that it was streaming on a service called Pluto TV for free. I watched it on YouTube for for the sake of it. But
It's free, available.
yeah,
But I decided to go with the not free way.
the rental way, you know. Like,
I went to Blockbuster and I just rented. Got a VHS.
Anyway, where did you watch it, huh?
Voodoo.
Okay then.
I like to buy my movies. I don't like supporting streaming services.
Yeah, but like every now and then, you use streaming services, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, yeah.
I use Netflix.
You're supporting them. Let's go ahead and should we taste our sip this time? It's not even a
Taste
sip. Taste our
our
treat
Yep, something.
first, and then we'll do the salad sips that we work so hard on.
All right. I've got some honeyed Arizona apple pecan muffins.
Albert didn't know I was allergic to pecans.
So none for you.
I
Sorry.
still want them though.
Are you allergic to pecans?
No, I was just kidding.
I thought you said you weren't earlier. I was like, wait.
I am not
He's
liable
switching.
for whatever you eat because I already told you what's inside. But they're special because
Just open it already.
they've got Arizona flower,
Open it
Arizona honey,
already.
Arizona apples inside.
Nice.
So that's cool.
That's pretty cool.
He messed up already. Thank you.
Put it back.
Do it again.
They look pretty good.
Hey.
Oh man, mine looks like an alien.
You're welcome. Well, they got apple slices on top.
Yeah, I was like, what is that? Is that a
I
Where
didn't
do
realize.
Arizona apples come from?
is that a
I don't know.
Arizona?
Arizona?
It's
Yeah.
very appley smelly to me.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like I'm about to eat a hoof of an animal.
Yeah, this isn't for me. Share it with my mom. Maybe she'll like it.
I like it.
I give it a solid 4.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, not too sweet.
It's not too sweet. Not too sour.
What do you give it, Albert?
I thought you said 4.
Hold on.
Oh, were you agreeing?
No, not yet. 5.
This is a 2 for me.
I like it.
I don't know what it is. Like,
He
definitely
doesn't like big nuts. That's all.
but I like
It intimidates him.
I like Brazil nuts. Those are some big nuts.
Those some big nuts, dude.
So that's just false. That's false information.
What's your problem with it?
I think it's the apple.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Do you not like apples?
I like apples, but I'm not really a big fan of like apple pies or like
Really?
yeah.
Have you tried my dad's apple pie? Might change your life. It might, dude.
When
pretty
would I
good.
have the opportunity to try your dad's apple pie?
Thanksgiving?
Was I at your Thanksgiving?
No, my Thanksgiving
I
was in
invited?
Oklahoma. Yeah, you're always
Oh.
invited.
Well, since I'm invited, maybe next year.
Maybe next year.
Maybe next year.
You're also invited. It's fine.
Oh, about that.
Okay, fine.
I would stand out
Make your
like a
choice
sore-
now.
I would stand out like a sore thumb.
Make your choice. Who do you want to go to?
Jesse, I love you. Yeah, so I'm not really like the biggest fan of apple products in food outside of just eating a plain apple.
What about like apple candy, green apple?
Depends.
Yeah.
I feel like even though it's like green apple, sometimes it's not great and sometimes it's really good.
Yeah. I used to dislike green apple flavors, but I've come around to like them a lot.
I think I think it just depends on the candy. I feel like some are just not it. Anyway,
Okay.
Did you eat like the muffin part exclusively? Like I think
The muffin bottom?
the muffin bottom it just tastes less appley, more
Muffin?
cinnamony,
Yeah.
muffiny.
Spice?
Yeah.
I took like a bite of like a good chunk of it, so. But
So that's a no. No, okay.
but like if we're rating something based off of the food, like you would have to eat all of the food on it.
Yes and no.
Within it?
Well, yeah, like what?
If you get a pepperoni pizza, right?
You could take the
You take the
pepperonis
pepperonis
off,
off.
but then you cannot rate it for the pepperonis. Like you can't.
As a pepperoni pizza, you can't rate it anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now you're just rating a cheese pizza.
Yeah,
Is what I'm saying.
and I'm agreeing with you.
Okay.
Okay. Sell that sip.
Well, all right.
6-word summary of the movie. Go ahead, Albert.
All right. I've got modern feeling action with old story.
Modern feeling action
Yeah.
with old story.
I feel like with so many action movies, I didn't feel like there was anything, at least with other movies that had similar weaponry with shields and spears and swords. I didn't feel like it was too different from that feeling, especially like the movie 300. But this story is also not too revolutionary either. So maybe back in 2000 it was a lot
More novel.
if more novel. If I would have had a different perspective. But after watching so many more movies, or at least with 300, that's what I was comparing this movie to.
Yeah.
It's not as good, I think, as I would have thought it would have been.
Mm.
The movie or
The movie.
Closer to Eternals than he would like, John.
I don't think I'm ever comparing it to Eternals.
so you actually like the 300 movie a lot? Or?
I at least like it more than this one. My first feelings after a day of watching it. After watching it, yeah.
How do you feel about that statement?
I've never seen 300. Remember?
Oh yeah.
Wait, when did you mention you never watched 300?
Before the
you got here.
podcast.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Come on, Albert, you're not listening.
Yeah, I have a microphone
You
over
weren't here yet.
Right after I said I love you, I said I'd never seen 300.
Oh, okay.
Me or you?
I'll go. For me, it's I don't even know. Like simplicity is better than revenge. Like the whole movie, he just wants to be with his family. He just wants to go back to living his life on the farm, and then once his like family is murdered, he wants revenge. But then towards the end, like it no longer matters to him. Like he sees like death's door, and he's just like ready to move on. And
Right. He's tired.
he's had a long life.
He's dying.
He's dead.
He got stabbed in the heart.
Huh?
He got stabbed up here.
Conceal the wound, and he's like bleeding all the way down his body.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
So
He's
you-
dying.
Yeah, go ahead, Jesse.
All right. My sellout sip is all lead to Rome, even death. I didn't have
Nice.
enough words for roads. Words for road.
Everything? You
Yeah,
can say the word everything.
Yeah. I could have. Everything leads to Rome, even death.
Yeah.
Nice, good job.
But all roads lead to Rome, right?
Mm.
That's what the saying is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's not everything leads to Rome. Every
We
road.
get it, yeah,
In this
we get
movie, it
Hey,
does.
Anyway, do you want to elaborate on?
I think like so they're the Roman Empire, right?
Right.
But it also Rome is the idea, and
It's a character.
The ideas can lead you to death depending on how dedicated you are to them, or
Mhm.
I guess how stupid your ideas are too. But it's just a play on words mainly. I didn't really give it a lot of thought, but I'm also extremely tired.
You mentioned you've been busy. Yep.
Yeah. What time did you stay up until yesterday?
2:00.
2:00? Oh,
Or this morning.
So it's basically
The
almost the
same.
same time, and then I woke up to watch the movie.
You woke up to wake up
Oh.
to watch this movie?
I woke up to be awakened to watch this movie.
Okay. I did not do that. I watched
Yeah.
it yesterday.
That's good. That's the smart plan. But I had a lot of stuff to do yesterday, so
Gotcha.
yeah, I'm pretty tired. This muffin is rejuvenating me.
All right, let's go ahead and I feel like you didn't explain yourself. That's it, but that's okay.
I did.
I mean, I think it's close enough that Rome is a character within this movie too. That its people react differently to Rome. The Senate controls Rome differently, or they have an idea for it. The emperor has an idea.
Yo.
Yeah. But then he went on a tangent, so maybe I just forgot his explanation altogether.
My explanation was I give it a lot of thought, so that's why.
Yep. So you're welcome.
All right, let's go ahead and rate it out of 10 gladiators.
10 Gladiator sandals.
What would you rate this movie?
I think 7.
You want to go next?
That's too close for me for Eternals.
7?
Yeah. I gave it a 5 when you rated Eternals. Never living that down, Albert.
I mean, okay.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Wait, am I going next?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. We're out of order. I will give this.
And throw a curveball. It's okay.
I'm gonna throw you a curveball. I'm giving it a 7 as well.
Okay.
Okay. It's an 11 for me. Like this is legendary. I enjoy this a lot more than 300. I think 300 is just an action film, and
Purdy.
yeah, it's pretty, and
Yeah.
that's about all it has to it.
For me, that's what I like about 300. Is it's pretty.
You see some. I've seen some scenes of 300. You see some slightly veiled female chesticles.
Anyway,
Go ahead, John.
that was stupid.
Give me why it's
I
11.
told you 7. I'm 7.
Yeah, exactly. I just lost my train of thought because of this guy. I just really like the whole like concept of the movie. With just, you know, it starts off as this guy who is basically just he's a army like general, and he just wants to go back home, but like as in all things, he's dedicated to his country, and even though like he wanted to, the emperor before Marcus Aurelius is like wanted him to like basically succeed him and like give the power back to the people, and it just starts this like whole plot with his childish son Commodus murdering him, and everything that leads up to the end. Like it's just a beautiful movie.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's ready to retire. He thinks it's his last battle.
Mm.
He gets to go home after this, but everything gets turned upside down.
Mm.
The battle has just begun.
There's a lot of quotables in this movie too.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas in like, since we've just been comparing it to, maybe we should just do 300 next or something. when we compare it to like 300, like the only thing I remember from that movie is like this spot, and then he does like the kick, like, you know.
I mean, maybe you're right, and I just feel more nostalgic for 300 because I've never seen
this movie before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They're not far apart either.
They're not.
The years that came out?
300 came out in 2006 when I was looking right now.
Oh, really?
And this came out in 2000. And you've never seen both. So you did pretty good unbiased.
A good litmus test.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not really a good unbiased anything, but
Yeah, that's true. I don't know why I said that.
I mean, I feel these movies are kind of similar. You've got maybe not an underdog, but somebody kicked down
yeah.
to rise up versus an underdog nation fighting a bigger opponent.
Yeah. It's a similar.
Yeah. I mean, you could say Rome and its people are the opponent of Maximus,
Yeah.
and he's trying to face and make decisions
Yeah.
of how to proceed. Well, do you know the concept of 300 either?
300 soldiers fight 1,000,000 soldiers or something like that.
Yeah, they fight the Persian army.
Yeah.
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 Do you know where?
Persia?
No, it's definitely not in Persia, but I forget where it's at, too. I was just kidding.
Oh.
Quiz time. History lesson.
I never paid attention to history class, so.
I mean, when we were learning about this subject, we also had a very not so great teacher. So he's very short.
Moving along.
Yeah.
When I find you, I have a particular set of skills.
Moving along. No threats online. No threats online.
What's it called? Have you seen the second 300 movie?
There's a second 300 movie?
Exactly.
There is
There
not
go.
a second 300
There
movie.
is.
Yeah,
No
it's
way.
called 301 Dalmatians.
I knew you were going that direction.
There is a second 300
Yeah, it
movie.
is called The Rise of an Empire. Came out like I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago.
Did not know that.
Yeah,
2015.
Okay.
a little bit longer than
9
4 or 5.
years ago.
Yeah.
Oh wait, that's not the right thing.
Oh,
Oh, wait, hold up.
Hold on.
4 or 5 years ago.
2019, 2020?
Yeah, I think it probably was like 2018.
I did not even know that
2014.
2040.
Still
Even
10 years
back-
ago.
Further back. Hold up, wait, that's not the right one. 2013. Pacific Rim. 300 tons of awesome.
Wait, John, have you seen it?
Yeah.
Oh.
One time you said,
I
right?
said one time, yeah.
Hmm.
One time.
Yeah. And just goes to show that some movies don't need sequels.
Nope. I mean, I did not expect
Is that
it
a
to have
wink?
one.
Is that a wink to Gladiator 2?
Yes.
Oh.
Enjoyed the movie. Being the only one that watched the movie for this week.
Yes.
Pretty sure there's other people that watched the movie with you in your theater.
In this room.
in this room. I will say that I had fun in the movie, but it was definitely not a movie I needed.
So, do you recommend we go watch it and review it?
At this point, I think I want to compare 300. Just because we were already talking about it. It's been a while since I've seen that movie.
So we should do all like war movies the remainder of December.
December.
Die December. We'll do Meet the Spartans after that.
Meet the Spartans?
Meet the Spartans?
What's that?
You haven't seen Meet the Spartans?
Nope.
Am I being pranked?
No.
What is it about? It sounds like a parody.
It's definitely not a parody.
It's definitely a parody.
You could make eye contact with me and you had to say that. So
2% on Rotten Tomatoes. Holy.
you had to look away while you were saying that.
You can tell my voice. Definitely not a parody.
Yeah.
Paste mashed potatoes.
2.8 on IMDb.
Holy cow. 2.8 out of 5?
Out of 10.
Oh, IMDb's out of 10. Okay,
Yeah.
I forgot. That's not great. That's not
Oh,
great.
it was great. I seen it in theaters.
Oh, no
I
way.
seen it in theaters.
Why?
It sounds like a
Why
straight.
would you watch this?
This sounds like a
before
straight to
the actual
DVD.
300 movie.
Yeah.
I had tennis buddies that invited me to go see it, and I just went to go see it.
Okay.
to torture you because I was never invited.
Wait, what? I don't know why you weren't invited.
Nobody liked me.
I don't think that's the reason. I think the only reason why I got invited is because there was a girl in the group that didn't want to go with these guys. So she always invited me because she didn't want to go along with these guys. So
Okay.
that's why I was invited.
There's
No, wait.
another solution to that. No.
I liked her at the time, so
No.
I
To
I
hang
went.
out with the guys that she wouldn't want to hang out with.
Yeah,
Okay.
because of that, I was invited to Iron Man 2. It was either Meet the Spartans or Vampires Suck. I can't remember.
Farts.
Yeah, or Vampires Suck.
We fought a Sergios yesterday, and I
Yeah.
just kept doing that, and that's all I'm thinking about when I look at his shirt.
Wait,
Yeah.
what? What?
Being
happened?
horizontal.
Being horizontal? Wait, what did you say before that? We fought at what?
Sergios.
Sergios from Monster Hunter Rise, and all it does is
Oh.
drop kick, literally.
Oh, I thought you were saying you were fighting at a restaurant. I thought Sergio's was a restaurant.
Yeah, Sergios.
Sergios. You went to Sergios and fought the staff over there.
And all they just kept doing were drop kicks.
Yeah.
That's what I was picturing.
Okay. Characters.
Did you guys die a lot?
Jason did.
It's a tough monster.
That was
Is he not good at Monster Hunter?
He's good.
He's newish to some of these monsters.
Newish to some of his monsters. Probably about more time in Monster Hunter game than Albert, because we played Try before.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
Is Albert better than Jason though?
I don't think so. I think it's like about the same.
You're about the same.
It was just yesterday was not his day. And
Yeah.
it happens.
Yeah.
Sorry, I played League of Legends instead. Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I died yesterday too.
Lost a lot though, so
There's just some monsters that just get you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mine's
For me, every monster, even the little, not even boss monsters, just kill me.
Espinas, like they hate me.
mm-hmm.
They suck. Anyway,
Okay.
characters. I didn't look up any trivia. The characters in this movie are Russell Crowe playing Maximus Decimus Meridius, Connie Nielsen playing Lucilla, Spencer Treat Clark playing Lucius, Richard Harris playing Marcus Aurelius, and Joaquin Phoenix playing Commodus.
Commodus, Maximus, Aurelius, Aquinas.
Okay, let's go ahead and talk about the movie. Likes, dislikes, everything in between.
What made you give this an 11? Like, are there certain scenes that come to mind when you think about this movie?
Yeah.
No?
Like, I think, especially after watching it now that I'm a lot older, the scene that always, and I was telling Jesse, I always get it wrong, but the scene that always sticks in my head is when he removes the helmet and he says who he is.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, I get his name wrong, even though I know it's Maximus.
What do you think it was?
For some reason, I know his name's Maximus, so I keep thinking he's saying Maximus Aurelius.
Oh, Aurelius? Okay.
Yeah, that's the only part. Like, I don't know why, but
Okay.
and then like that whole speech about how he's like father to a murdered son and husband to a murdered wife. I will have my revenge in this life or the next. Like, it's so good. Other scenes that like stick in my mind is towards the end, leading up to the final fight, just when he's kind of like chained there and Commodus stabs him, and they like have that whole like brother conversation. Like, I mean, leading up into that point, you can kind of tell that like they have a pretty significant relationship. I mean, he basically also dated the daughter, not dated, but they were
Commodus' sister.
Sister, yeah.
Or at least had an interest.
Yeah, there was a love interest there.
Yeah.
So they're pretty close. Even Marcus Aurelius is like, you should know by now from when you were younger. Like, there's a bond there that like they could have gone different. Like, things could have gone different. Like either or, and so for it to end up the way it did, and then he ends up killing him, which is even,
Satisfying.
yeah.
Yeah. In the beginning, and about the brotherly relationship, you can already tell that Maximus doesn't like Commodus. And that's how I feel, especially leading up to Commodus murdering his dad.
I don't necessarily think it's a dislike. I just don't think they're like. I just don't think he's that type of person where
Maximus
cares.
is that type of
Yeah.
person? Okay.
Because I almost get the feeling that he thinks that Commodus is immature more than anything,
Mm-hmm.
and that like he just wants to be with his family, but Commodus is so like bent on war and like wanting to like just show power that Maximus is just turned off by it. But I don't think it's like a dislike. I just think it's just like their common interests and their morals don't like line up like that.
Right. And I think it's because Maximus is so much closer to his dad, and his dad doesn't like his own son as much as,
Yeah.
like, in a different way
Yeah.
of love, but just loves Maximus, I feel, more than his own son.
I think because Maximus is more of an ideal
Man.
compared to
Marcus.
what he wanted
Comedy.
his son to be,
Right.
and what his son actually is or who he is.
Right. Which I think reflects in the virtues that
Yeah.
Commodus feels, or no, that's when, he mentions Marcus shared the 4 virtues that he praised.
Yeah, and they weren't the virtues that he had. He
Mhm.
had other virtues, which is kind of like you kind of feel sympathetic a little bit, or you feel for him because
Right.
you want your children to be a certain way, but your children are who they are,
Right.
and
And vice versa.
sometimes-
You want to be liked by your dad.
Yeah,
So
that's kind of a father, like a deeply rooted father son like dynamic that you have, like
Mhm.
yeah, your fathers always will love you, but they could have loved you more if you were a different
Right.
way. That's kind of
And you can see this man have all of these virtues,
yeah,
this other man, and your dad liking him more.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
But I mean, like for Maximus, is just like he's one in a million. Like just because he's very acclaimed, he's not like greedy. He doesn't let the power of like being the general of the North and like having all these accomplishments get to his head. He at the end of the day, he just wants to go back to his family and
mhm.
live on the fields.
Yeah, finish serving Rome and then go home.
Then grow some Roma tomatoes. Wonder if that's where they came from.
I'm assuming yes, but
I have a piece of trivia for you, John.
well, wait, I think tomatoes are from the New World.
The New World
Are they? Maybe they are.
from Mars.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
From Mars, I said, and he goes, "Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah." The red planet, the red tomatoes.
No, maybe North or South America.
Really?
I think so.
I feel like
Tomatoes?
tomatoes are.
Let's fact check this while Jesse gives me this trivia.
Maybe.
So the actor Oliver Reed died before they completed filming, so they had to use different techniques to
South
body
America.
double. Huh?
South America.
Yeah, it's a new world. They'd used body doubles and CGI to complete a couple of the scenes. 3 or I can't remember which scenes they were though.
Reed played Proximus.
Yeah, this guy Proximus.
Yeah, that's Proximus.
Yeah. So he died before filming, so they had to use different techniques and CGI to keep his character,
Oh.
continue his character. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's pretty interesting.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
He's a big part of the film, and then like
Yeah.
he kind of like takes a background role, so maybe that's why.
That's probably why.
That's crazy.
Yeah, they did that in 1993 with The Crow when Brandon Lee died. They used CGI in that movie as well to revive, pun intended, to revive his character, the Crow's character.
To finish. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know why he died, but I just remember that trivia from a YouTube video a while back.
You still looking up tomato facts or?
No, I'm looking at some of the trivia.
Okay. Yeah, I wonder why they called Roma tomatoes.
Maybe because they're still from Rome.
Maybe they got
Wait, aren't they romaine tomatoes? Wait,
That's romaine lettuce.
That's so stupid.
Romanian.
I mean, maybe they definitely had to have like when they came to colonize the Americas, they probably took some back, right?
And they like
Maybe.
branched them off into different, more oval shape.
And that's how pizza was made.
Or was pizza made in South America and they just
No.
hid it?
No, it's
A
definitely
conspiracy of pizza.
No, I don't think.
Just Google it. Pizza conspiracy.
Pizza. Okay, I don't think we need to talk about conspiracies related to pizza things right now.
Don't Google it unless you have a VPN.
Keep talking.
Oh, okay. Favorite scene or scenes?
Favorite scene. Man, I watched this super early in the morning. I'm trying to remember.
Mhm.
You go first, and maybe you'll spark my memory.
I mean, I did like a lot the whole progression of showing him being a leader in the first half hour, 45 minutes of the movie,
Yeah.
leading them into battle. Even before that, him walking down the ranks right before the battle and everyone showing respect,
Yeah.
kneeling, patting him on the shoulder, and just following his orders really
Yeah.
showed, without even having to show action yet, how much they respected him.
Yeah.
And if you find yourself fighting in the green grass with the sun on your face, then you are already dead.
Yeah.
Nani? Oh.
Yeah, especially setting up Quintus too. That was interesting to see him, his basically right hand guy,
Betray him.
and his setup.
Mm-hmm. I remember liking the first scene that you have with the Emperor and Maximus and
Marcus?
Marcus, yeah,
Mhm.
Aurelius, their conversation, and then shortly after, I think the son comes in, and or after that, he's supposed to announce who the new emperor is supposed to be,
Mm-hmm.
and then his son comes through the room, and he's just like, yeah, it's not gonna be you, and he's like, ooh, like how's he gonna react to this? And all these like ancient stories, there's always like a betrayal of the son or
Right.
to the father, or some type of poisoning, or like something happens, and then
Mm-hmm.
the truth is already known that his son's not his ideal for the throne. Maximus is, and Maximus has already told the sisters. So there's that dynamic after that, after the father's dead, and he says, "Can you come and see my father? You were a good friend." There's that dynamic that everyone in the room knows that what happened,
Mm-hmm.
but there's no proof. And so it's just, I think that those scenes leading up to like the
The arrest.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think those are really good. Yeah. I don't know why the first scene when you get with the sister, what's her name? Lucilla. I know they're supposed to be estranged and awkward, but the
With
performance,
Maximus?
yeah, the
Okay.
performance was not great. I don't know what it was. I can't put my finger on it, but I was like,
When Maximus is leaving the tent and she's asking him
Yeah.
what they talked about.
yeah, I know they're supposed to be estranged, but like the performance is not. It's just, I don't know if it's maybe like the first interaction they had, or there wasn't chemistry built. I doubt that's the reason. Maybe they were just trying to portray like, oh, this is awkward, but
Mm-hmm.
it just
it's
felt
the
weird.
first time seeing him for a while.
Very long time, yeah.
And
Yeah.
at this point, his family's still alive.
Yeah.
And he has a wife and a son at
And
that
a
point.
wife, yeah. So I know it's supposed to be awkward. It's a different feeling than it's just awkward.
I felt it was purposeful.
Yeah, I think it was purposeful. It just didn't hit me the right way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I don't hate female leads, okay? I just
She's not a lead,
she's not
but
really a lead. She's more of a side character.
oh, it's
Yeah,
I hate her
she's-
then.
Okay, I hate her.
supporting character. Yeah.
I'm just kidding. What about you, John?
Favorite scene? I already said my favorite scene.
Gluteus Maximus Meridius.
Mhm.
You remember?
I think that's just like the most iconic thing in the movie. The interaction with the her son the first time too was pretty good, where like he's just behind the bars and the kid calls him over
Yeah,
and he's like, "You're the one they call a Spaniard, right?" And
yeah.
he's just like, "Yeah," and he's like, "I heard you were a giant that could crush a man's head," and he's like, "Men's head, no, but boys."
We reached through these bars.
It just his whole personality throughout the movie is just he wants revenge, but he's also just a very humble
Yeah,
person.
he's the people's man.
Yeah, he's a people's
Yeah.
champ. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's always just doing stuff to like basically get back at Commodus.
Mm-hmm. Defy him in every way.
Yeah, and Commodus can't really do anything about it because
He has to play the politic game.
Yeah, and the people love him. Like
Yeah.
people don't want to see this champion die.
Yeah. The scene where he takes that knight or gladiator out of retirement to fight,
Mm-hmm.
and then he overcomes him, and then what's his name?
Commodus?
Arthur Fleck's character, yeah. Kidding.
Arthur Fleck's character.
That's crazy.
Commodus gives him a thumbs down, and he just like tosses the axe, and he's like, dang it.
Because he thinks he's giving the people what they want.
But yeah, what they actually want is right in front of them, not the emperor. He's already more powerful than the emperor.
Yeah, another quotable that like we haven't really talked about, but is probably actually the most quotable thing in the movie is like, "Are you not entertained?"
Oh,
like,
yeah.
everyone knows that.
Mhm.
Like everyone knows that.
Yeah.
You've heard it before.
I
Watch.
have seen.
Yeah.
It's been parodied so many times.
I felt like that scene is supposed to be louder, but it sounds so quiet when I listen to it.
I don't remember.
I feel like a lot of the scenes in this movie are quieter than what they should be, but I also don't mind it just because it was the smaller arena. It wasn't like a
Right.
It wasn't the Coliseum.
Yeah.
And so there's less people there.
Mm-hmm.
And he just got done slaughtering this like group of gladiators that have probably no combat skill compared to him.
Yeah.
And the way he throws his sword down too, where he's just like even after they're cheering him, he's just like fed up. Like
Yep.
he's just like, did you not just hear me yell at you people?
Oh, and he throws a sword too at the audience, or who was it? The I don't know what the head guy is, but
Yeah.
It was supposed to be in like defiance or to like upset people, and
Yeah.
they're just so excited to get something new and something so different.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They've never had a champion like this before, where he's badass and he's giving it to them as well.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? So you were talking about the action earlier. For me, it's good action, but there's a lot of cuts.
Yep.
There's a lot of cuts, and I know that's how it was done back in the day. Even today, there's a lot of cuts in action scenes. But I feel like the choreography and techniques have evolved since then, that it should be better than this right now. The movie we're watching right now. Like this is acceptable at the time, but I think you can make it look better.
Choreography and editing has gone better. Yeah. I feel maybe mainstream Hollywood movies, it's kind of the same-ish.
Yeah.
But there's more independent films that know how to do action.
Take their time.
Stunt coordinators that are directors that know how to edit or edit around and with action in mind.
I will say the overall like action in the second movie is better.
Mm-hmm.
I was telling Jesse that there was a scene with Denzel Washington that ends up getting like they cut away from his action part so much that it's probably just because of his old age. But
Stunt double,
Right.
probably.
And he's getting old even then, so
yeah.
yeah.
But with this one, like I know we're comparing it to 300 for whatever reason.
I never compared it to 300.
We don't have to.
Yeah. I don't consider this movie an action movie like that.
I'd agree.
It's
It's different.
a lot of the cuts that they do show are like to avoid gory stuff, which this movie is still surprisingly gory.
Yeah.
And they show the reaction of like everyone else, and it's there's just more that goes into this than just cutting away from the action itself.
Yeah, I felt it was the most egregious when he was doing that 1v1 with that person coming out of retirement. I think his name was Tigress.
Yeah.
So they brought
Tigress of Gaul.
So they bring out tigers to fight next to them, but I feel like really noticeably composited tigers into the scene.
Yeah, really bad. Yeah. I noticed that for sure.
So it looked a little goofy to me, just them trying to screen match the action of the two men fighting each other with the tigers in the background. Or
it's done pretty good, but for the time, it was excellent. Now it's like, oh, this looks kind of
Yeah.
goofy.
You could have done better
Right.
now.
Like I'm hugging this tiger that's in front on top of me, and it's definitely not trying to kill me. It's just hugging me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Another thing, action wise, that I just found so goofy. I forgot what scene it was in particular. I think when he's about to be executed out, they take him out, and they're like, "Oh, give me a warrior's death." He like escapes, and then one of the guys on the horse he throws a sword at,
Yeah.
and there's a rule in action that you're supposed to not cross the 180 like one of the fields, right?
I mean, it's not even just action. Most conversations face to
they
face.
should be face to face versus flipping 180. It looks
Mhm.
weird. They throw the sword and it's looks like it's going one
It's
way.
yep.
It's going but it looks it's like a 100
They cut it
degree flip
to flip
and
it.
then the sword is just so awkwardly spinning.
Yes.
And I'm just like, and the speed that it's going at, I'm like, it's not going to that guy, but whatever. He has magical sword throwing techniques or something.
You ever thrown a sword before?
Yeah. My sword at your face.
Yeah,
You walked into that one.
I guess. You got me.
But yeah, throwing
you
a
ever-
stick is awkward.
Yeah, I've thrown knives, but I've never thrown a sword before.
Mm.
Swords are gonna be extremely awkward.
Mm.
That's still the sword you have in your living room,
Just
at
do
your
the
wall, and then we'll.
No.
And
Are
we'll
you
see
gonna,
how
are
it
you gonna
goes.
put my wall together?
Oh, you don't want that? It'd be worse than. Oh yeah.
What do you mean? That's just a movie poster right there.
Yeah. What
Oh,
about?
yeah.
What is
There's
that?
a reason why there's a movie poster there.
Right there.
Or that up there. Hey, turn the camera.
That's off. That's off screen. That doesn't exist.
That was there yesterday. No, I'm kidding.
Who did that?
I let Jesse experiment with my walls, and
My walls are perfect.
We just need some new paint, and then it's done.
Yeah. Do you have the paint?
I've always had the paint, but we're not.
It's
Gonna
my
paint.
secret captain.
My other favorite scene is when they first fight in the big Coliseum.
Mm.
When he's leading most of the other gladiators against the
The
Yeah.
Battle of Carthage or whatever.
Carthage. Yeah, exactly. And they're fighting the chariots with the horses.
Yeah, that was good.
That was intense. That was a good story to show off his leadership abilities, and for just random men to just put their trust in him. So that was cool.
Not all of them are
True,
random.
they fought together at this point.
And he even asks if some of them have been in the army before.
Right.
And one even says that he fought with him in the battle of whatever.
In some other battle.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So they're not totally random, and they fought with him leading up to this point. But
Yeah.
it's cool that they trust him enough to mostly follow his directions, because there were some stragglers on the outside.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, at this point I think it's just kind of known that he's pretty badass.
Yeah.
Right. And
Yeah.
he has the title at this point,
Yeah.
too. So the
The
Spaniard.
Spaniard,
Yeah.
yeah.
Do you know if their opponents were also gladiator slaves, or were they like soldiers of the empire?
I don't know.
I don't know that either.
I know that like the games are set up so that the gladiators are supposed to lose. So I'm assuming that
Probably
the people they're going
soldiers.
against are like some form of soldiers, but
Hmm.
some of them were like women that shot the bows.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Would black women have also been slaves at this point, I guess?
Possibly.
Or I guess black people in general?
I don't know. The slavery's go on forever, but I don't know.
I don't know like how far into the Roman Empire this is.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That like
I would
I don't
assume-
know how far because
In
so in the next movie they get slaves from Africa.
Yeah.
in the beginning of this movie, they mentioned their empire roaming from northern Africa up
Yeah.
to
Then,
Germania.
that makes
Probably,
sense.
yeah.
Yeah.
So they probably had slaves
Yeah.
all across the empire at this point.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there's probably more people that like do the like what is his name? The guy that buys Maximus.
Proximus.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
pretty
There's,
sure there's
there's
more
so
people
many
that
people that do that.
Mm.
Yeah.
So they probably had a different set of slaves
Yeah.
to fight this set of slaves.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just for
Yeah.
there's a Suicide Squad for entertainment.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Correct me if I'm thinking about a different era, but I thought the like entertainment in the Colosseum was mainly men or entirely men, and they were nude. I know you can't really do that in the movie, but is that the Roman Empire or is that of a different era?
I mean, Greek plays,
Greek plays were
Greek theater.
yeah, they were
So like,
exclusively men, right?
Yeah.
Women would be played by men.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then, but I remember hearing that the Colosseum entertainment and the was the Olympics.
The Olympics
was
by the Greeks were in the nude,
it was
from
in the
what I
nude,
remember.
Yeah.
I don't know
Okay.
about the Roman Empire because that's
Yeah.
maybe a few hundred years after
After
that.
that, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I don't remember if that was this particular era or if it was one before it, but
I think before.
yeah, it should have been called Gluteus Maximus. Maximus.
I think
Why do you keep bringing this up? Like,
I think pre-Catholicism was
Yeah.
when the Greeks would have done their nude thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What bring what up?
why do you keep bringing the gluteus maximus up? Like,
It's the biggest muscle in the human body.
but why do you keep bringing it up?
Because I like your gluteus maximus,
Oh,
John.
okay.
He just likes Russell Crowe's Gluteus Maximus.
I'm just we see Brad Pitt's gluteus maximus and Troy. We need Russell Crowe's gluteus maximus and gluteus maximus.
Okay.
That's what's giving this movie a 7 is you didn't get to see his gluteus
Didn't
maximus.
see it. It would have been a solid 2 11s.
He's so young in this movie.
He is very young.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's very young. Wait, he's probably like in his 30s, I'm assuming.
In this movie,
In this movie,
probably 20s.
Oh, like mid 20s, late 20s.
he's 60 now.
60 now. 24 years ago
Okay, so when
would
is-
be 36.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah.
Yeah, 36.
Yeah.
okay, never mind. Mid 30s.
That was quick math, and I thought I was wrong.
I was
30s.
like shocked. I remember when we were all playing Borderlands together. Like Jesse did some math, and it was so bad. And
was so wrong.
I just remember like saying, "No, that's wrong."
What was the math?
I
don't
forgot. He was
remember.
like trying to figure out like some damage stuff. For
Oh, like numbers and ratios.
yeah, it was so funny.
I surprise myself sometimes.
That was good though. You were
That
quick
was
on that one. I
fast.
was like, wait a second. Like,
So fast, my brain didn't even process it. That's how fast it was.
he looks so chubby now.
Yeah. He seems like a cool guy, though.
Mm-hmm.
He seems like a nice guy. Yeah.
Yeah. He's kind of, I think he's pretty humble in real life as well, from what I hear for interviews and stuff.
That's good.
Yeah. What else you like about this movie, Mr. 11 over here?
I like everything about this movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's not one thing that I don't like about this movie. What do you guys not like about this movie? Besides the...
It's kind of slow for me, but I don't know. It's
I
kind of
don't
weird.
feel that way.
It's
Like,
kind of weird
it's-
coming from me because I like slow movies.
I don't think it's slow, but I could feel the time.
Yeah.
I mean, 2.5
It's-
hours is long regardless.
It's
Yeah.
purposely slow,
Yeah.
which I understand. There's one-on-one conversations.
Mhm. But they're meaningful.
Right. But some movies I don't feel it being slow.
Yeah.
This movie I do feel
I
it.
feel a little bit.
I feel like I'm the opposite of you guys. Like, I don't feel that...
Yeah.
I don't feel that this one was as long as
Second one.
the second one.
Mm.
You did watch this one 3 times, so that proves that it doesn't feel long to you. Like you can
Mhm.
sit through it multiple times. So
I think it's slow in points, but it seems like we get to the end. To me it seems like we get to the end so fast. Like, I honestly feel that it feels more like a 2-hour movie to me than it does 2.5 hours.
mm-hmm.
And that half an hour is a very long time.
Yeah,
And even then, like, what would you cut out of this movie?
there's not much you can cut out. if
Right. You
anything.
need to build up this character and what it means
for
for everything. Yeah.
his relationship with the previous emperor, the new emperor, the sister,
Proximus.
the son, the Proximus.
Yeah.
even like his brother in arms, I forgot his name, but
Jabba.
the one that betrays him, but also tells
Oh,
him that
Quintus?
she's the
Quintus.
swords. Yeah, Quintus. There's a lot of like good development.
Yeah,
and
the other
threads.
gladiators too.
Yeah, like there's so much that you could throw another 15 minutes on here, and there's probably deleted scenes that would fit perfectly in here to extend something.
There is an extended cut for this movie,
Yeah.
but everything that I've seen, I don't remember watching the extended cut ever, but everything I've seen has said that
It doesn't add on to it.
it doesn't add anything to it.
Does it make it worse, or it just doesn't add?
It's just extra stuff that just doesn't add to the movie.
That's where I get my gluteus at.
No, there's
Dang
no
it.
gluteus in it. Yeah, like it's an extra 17 minutes. The extended cut.
Okay. It's not terrible.
I mean, it's not the Lord of the Rings, so
Hour longer.
yeah. So besides it feeling slow, what else?
I don't know.
I
That's,
could
that's
probably
the main
bump
part.
up my score. Yeah, maybe like an 8, but I think I was so tired that I need to rewatch it, but it's a good movie. It's a good movie. Yeah. I wouldn't go as far as to give it an 11, but it's a good movie.
I mean, it's 11 for me because it's like nostalgia and everything
Yeah, that
that
counts.
goes into it. Okay, we can.
Give me pinky.
I don't know. I don't know what vibes I'm missing from this movie. Like, I feel like I wanted more of some things. Maybe
Shut up.
no.
No, him.
No, no, I know.
Oh, okay. I thought you were telling me no.
No. Don't tell me to shut up. I don't know. I feel like maybe I want more of
Joaquin Phoenix?
Commodus
Commodus? Yeah.
trying to be a leader and failing.
Maybe, yeah.
I think that's the thing of like, is that he. Go ahead.
More of the Senate trying to be manipulative.
Manipulative?
Right.
Yeah.
Of the Senate that Joaquin Phoenix's character thinks that they are or knows that they are. Them either changing things or pushing back on him, making decisions that he doesn't like. We don't see that very much.
But at this time, like they have no say. They're just a body of government that really means nothing.
Right. Then I'd rather see that instead of, I think, a couple scenes where they're talking straight to Commodus versus like trying to make decisions and either they can't or they're not allowed to. Like, give me a reason why Commodus actually doesn't like them other than them telling us that the Senate is useless. Or Commodus making decisions that negatively impact the empire or the city.
Yeah. And the Senate having to, I don't know, save face or having to deal with that consequence. Maybe. Maybe.
But
I don't need that.
Right, I mean, but I could also see those scenes being boring because
Yeah.
politics at that level, if they're a bad political body, that could be a boring scene
Yeah.
or scenes. So I can see that too. So
Yeah. We could get a prequel a prequel level of politics and it just not blend with the movie.
right versus a movie, I'm guessing like Covenant, where the politics is all about the movie. Conclave. I keep on thinking Covenant. I don't know why.
It's okay.
Because that's like the third time I've said that.
It's definitely been a lot of times.
Yeah. Conclave. Yeah.
I knew what you meant as soon
I know
as you said it.
because it's like the third time I said it.
I'll have to watch it again when I'm more awake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I was just thinking about like Howard's point. It's just like I don't really think that we need any of that stuff, just because we at this point in the movie, like when he's actually in Rome.
Yeah, these things are already established, so I get it.
Yeah, there's scenes to show like Commodus is
Not a great leader.
not a great leader. He's
Yeah.
cowardice. He shows up late to the war. He comes in and he's trying to look good for his dad, but it's not looking good. It's about being there, doing the work, and being brave, courageous, and not coming in looking good. So,
Mm-hmm.
And then in the scenes like with the Senate, he's like spinning his sword around,
Yeah.
not like paying any attention.
yeah,
When he's signing the paperwork, he's just like talking about Maximus, and like we could see that he's just not a great leader. Just
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
not present.
yeah,
He's not listening to the Senate, even though at this point he doesn't have to, but he could be.
yeah. He could be in allowing the Senate to help him or manipulate the Senate. I think you were saying you wanted the Senate to show that they're manipulative, or,
Right.
Or maybe some type of more
like,
dynamic.
To show, I mean, we do kind of see the Senate being sneaky behind his back
Yeah,
because we
The
see
yeah,
Gracchus meet
yeah.
Maximus.
Maximus.
Yes.
What? I didn't say anything.
Do you want to say something?
I already said it.
Gracchus Maximus.
He's
Under
already
my
thinking
breath.
it.
I already said.
He's already thinking it.
I said Gladius. It was quieter though. Maybe we'll catch it on camera.
On camera.
So I mean, they're
Yeah.
showing the Senate being sneaky behind Commodus's back.
This is the camera.
But-
For my voice.
I want to, yeah. Maybe I don't need to see why. Because maybe I don't need to see why, but
Well, maybe if you see the extended cut, maybe it gives you everything you want.
maybe.
So from what I know about the extended cut is like there's scenes talking about how like he's gonna let the people be hungry within like a matter of months, like because of like the decisions he's making. But it's not from the Senate; it's from like his sister.
Yeah.
And so there are scenes that like kind of lead to knowing why he's not the greatest. But I mean, they also show it quite a lot. Like
They do.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, they show it at least on a smaller level with some people with the Senate in the Senate and
Yeah.
him walking up to meet to I guess kind of be crowned. Yeah.
Back in the day, I know that relationships between men and younger humans, whether it be girls or boys, was common, and
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it was hidden or accepted more, but
Accepted more because they keep the royal bloodline.
yeah. So they had mentioned, I forgot who it was. I think it is Commodus to Maximus about does he want a girl, or he said then he says like a boy. I'm like, what is he trying to imply? Is he like
Wait, which conversation is this?
I'm trying to remember the conversation in particular, but it was just a weird conversation. And knowing Commodus and just how weird ancestral he is, like I'm wondering like if just his mind being twisted is like trying to corrupt Maximus in some type of way. I'll have to remember the scene. We'll look it up later, but
Maybe it's because you're tired. Because the only scene I remember is that like he basically taunts Maximus like when they first meet again, and Maximus like turns his back on him. Or was it the second time?
Second time.
Second time, where he basically Maximus says that he just has one last person left to kill,
Yep.
yeah,
and then
Commodus says, "Do it."
do it, yeah, and then Maximus just turns his back.
Yep.
And then he like makes a comment about how like I heard that your son squealed like a girl.
oh yeah,
or-
your wife.
Yeah,
like a
more
whore,
taunting.
yeah.
It was not.
Yeah.
It was before the scene. It was after the battle, the first battle. It may be in the presence of his father, or shortly after they have that conversation, and it was just a weird thing. There's also
With Marcus talking to his daughter.
with Commodus talking to Maximus. Yeah, it's just a weird scene. You also get the scene of Commodus watching his sister's son sleep. And I'm like, is there something?
No.
No, is he just?
It was more about he knows the dynamic with
The air.
the air.
Yeah.
I think it was, for me, I took it more as a threatening
Really?
kind of
Okay.
vibe.
I thought that was just like some weird
I did not take it that way.
twisted mind.
No.
Because that comment before was before that scene where he's seeing him sleep, and it was just kind of. I was like, oh, that was weird, and then,
No, I didn't take it that way at all.
huh, interesting.
It was like, you're a threat to me because
You are the future.
you're
king, emperor.
a male heir
Yeah.
to Marcus.
Yeah, and maybe he's thinking, what I did to my father could happen to me.
Mm-hmm. Something
Yeah,
to that effect.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
I didn't
maybe
take it
that's
as ancestral at all.
Yeah, just all the interactions with his sister as well. Every time, like he's pretending to be weaker, or using his weakness to his advantage to get close to his sister physically, and it's just
That's true though.
yeah, that one's true. So that's why I was trying to figure out if there was something else happening, or he was thinking about with her son
No,
as well.
I didn't take it with her son. Well, he's the only thing he cared about with his nephew was he's a threat.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Oh, and then he mentions like he wanted a pure blood heir as opposed to the not pure blood, the son. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Just something I thought about. I was like, huh, this is maybe it's subtle, or it's implied, or maybe it's not at all.
Maybe something different if Lucius was female, maybe.
Maybe,
But
yeah.
I don't think that was the dynamic in that scene at all.
Okay. Yeah, we'll after the podcast, we'll take a look at that scene. Maybe I misheard something, and then maybe just look at that scene just differently. But he's just a weird character, so I would not be surprised if that was an intention of his.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anything else?
No.
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 What are we watching next week?
What are we watching next week? Which one do you guys want to watch?
300.
300
We
it
do
is.
300.
Yeah, we can do 300. Jackson Plugs? Subscribe
Question.
to us.
For Gladiator 2, is the scene where they fight in the water, on the water in the Coliseum any good? Based on the trailer that I watched, was it any good in the movie? Didn't make any sense. Because I can't believe it happened in the trailer, but
So
No.
it's interesting. I don't really like it because it doesn't make any sense as well.
okay.
There's also sharks in the water,
What?
and you can tell that they're fake. They're probably CGI.
CGI.
I'll be
Yeah.
100% CGI, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Train man friend sharks.
And yeah, like they just stand out so bad in the water.
Yeah.
And the fight itself was pretty interesting. There's like a scene where like the main character shoots an arrow at the emperors again, like kind of like the.
That was also in the
the first-
trailer as
yeah.
well.
So it was okay. Like
Okay.
it wasn't the worst thing in the world, but
Okay.
it was a very quick battle as well.
Okay. But overall, the movie, do you feel is just nostalgia bait?
I was telling Jesse at the beginning, like the opening credits are all just scenes from the first movie.
Really?
Yeah.
Mhm.
That is why. You're trying to show past events leading up to this movie?
Just trying
Just
to capture
iconic
the
scenes from
nostalgia. Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
It also undoes like it also does some things that just bother me about.
Okay.
Yeah.
Inconsistent with the first movie.
Oh yeah.
Really?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like story-wise?
Yeah.
Hmm. Story-wise, how about world-building-wise? Like, does anything change there? Like, are certain aspects changed, or is everything kind of the same?
Aspect wise, there are some things that change.
Hmm.
I enjoy it because they show the Legion a lot more,
Cool.
and in this movie, the first movie, I feel like they don't do a good job of showing like Roman legions and like how imposing they are.
Yep.
In the second movie, they actually show them with their shields, full armor,
Yeah.
formations,
Yeah.
and it's pretty badass.
It's cool,
Yeah. But yeah, they undo a lot of stuff that I'm just like, I don't really like that about the movie. So
yeah.
Okay.
Who is the main star of
Uh,
Gladiator 2?
what is his name? I forget his name. Like the actor's name?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, the actor's name, not the character's name, actor's name. Just asking, like, I wanted to know his name to ask if you thought he did a good job as the main star.
So, I can't find it. Where is? There it is. Gladiator 2. His name is Paul Mescal.
I don't really know that guy's name from anything.
Let's see. Notable movies. There's no notable movies. This is probably like his first notable. There's just something about Russell Crowe in this movie. I mean, he's a great actor regardless, but there's something about in him in this movie that just like really stands out. Like he has like a certain aura to him.
Yeah.
Where like everyone's giving these like, I would say there's most of the actors in this first movie all give pretty great performances.
Yeah.
The woman that plays Lucilla is kind of like hit and miss. I mean,
It was just the one scene that bothered me. After that was fine.
I don't know. Like sometimes there's some other scenes that kind of bother me too, but I can't really think of any off the top of my head. But when you put all of them next to Russell Crowe, like there's just something about his character that just stands out.
Yeah. Russell Crowe has like the presence of like
Yeah.
Idris Elba.
Yeah.
Like just like he stands out. Like in most movies, he'll outshine everyone, even if he's like
Supporting.
a secondary character.
Yep.
Yeah.
And he is very like mild mannered and like soft, not soft spoken, but very like,
Yeah, he's calm.
Yeah.
He's
calm.
quiet most of the time. He's loud when he has to.
and you're just drawn to him. In the second movie, Paul Mescal just doesn't have that like
charisma or something.
What is the other guy's name? Pedro Pascal.
Pedro Pascal. He's also in the second movie, right?
He's also in the second movie. Like his character just pulls more attention, and Denzel Washington just does such a great job with.
He's pretty good all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been liking everything Pedro Pascal has been doing too lately.
And they just like they take scenes away from Paul Mescal so much that it's just like I forget he's the main actor sometimes. There's some other things about the movie that like I don't want to say because I don't want to spoil it.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, that just they made it so hard for that man to be to be a
To
good
shine
actor.
as the star. Okay.
Maybe.
He does a lot of things that like that Russell Crowe does as well. Like they're just trying to like
Copy and paste.
copy it. Yeah. Like he picks up the dirt from the ground and rubs his hands, and
Is there?
there's reasoning for it.
Yeah, is he a son or something like that? Possibly, maybe not.
Possibly.
No way.
It just makes sense.
Okay.
Like in the time.
I'm just,
Or a son or
He's-
something.
if I say too
You
much,
don't have no, you don't.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't.
Yeah. If
Don't.
Okay, I will say this though, like you'll pick up on it so quickly that it's just
It's in
like-
this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's Lucius.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty simple.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
And that's like the biggest like plot point that like I just hate about the movie is that everyone confirms that he is Maximus's son.
I mean there was some interest. Yeah, there was some weird dynamic between them. The father had died and stuff like that. I was like, did he
But
really
both
die?
kids being 8 years old.
Yeah, both of me 8 years old at
Yep.
the same time.
Oh,
yeah.
and that's another thing, is they say he's 8 years old,
yes.
and it's supposed to be
16 years.
16.
After.
And then in the movie, in the second movie, they say he was about 12 years old. And like, no, he was not.
Okay.
He had the appearance of a 12-year-old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, there you go. It's the biggest plot point that is pretty obvious is spoiled, but
By Jesse.
yeah. But yeah, that's why it was just so hard for him to shine, is because he's supposed to be the son of this guy, and he has these two other actors that are like outshining him,
Yeah.
and they're just trying to make it nostalgia bait where he's doing all this stuff like
Maximus.
yeah.
Doesn't it make sense, since he watched his father, not knowing it's his father, that he would do things like that? Idolize the hero of Rome or whatever?
Because of the story of the movie, no.
No. Okay. All right.
No.
But overall, worth watching in a theater.
I enjoyed it.
'Kay.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. It's definitely not the 11 that I don't know if I said it to you. I think I just said it to Jesse. Is like, I enjoyed it, but I didn't need it.
Okay.
Mm.
That's what I felt like just watching the trailer. Like, what's the story here that's different from the first movie?
It's not too different.
Yeah.
It's actually it
It's-
was New Hope. No, not a New Hope. Force Awakens.
Force Awakens to a New
to
Hope.
a New Hope. Yeah.
Twister to Twisters. No, that's actually different.
No,
That's
it's
actually different.
different,
Yeah. That was fun.
Anyway. Jackson Plug, subscribe to us on Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube. If you guys like the original Gladiator movie, let us know. How do you guys feel about the second one after I spoiled it? No use crying over spoiled.
No, it's not a big one.
Do we need to review the second one at this point? Would you like us to talk about it in more detail?
Or watch 300 instead.
By the time they see this, we're already recording 300.
Oh, yeah. True.
Yeah. This has been the Legendary Sip Podcast. So join us next time for 300. Not the 1965 one, but the 2006 one.
Oh, sounds good.
Yeah. Not meet
Will
the
we
Spartans.
Kicked over a whale next time.
Bye.
Bye. The well of legendary sips.
The Well of Death.
Do we have a talking sip?
I don't know. Do you have a talking sip?
I thought I did, but I forgot it.
Oh.
Do you want to use the restroom or something?
No, just stretching.
I thought I did.
Oh, well, yes, we don't. We still have a lot of episodes to release. I'm doing Disaster Artist. I should release it probably soon, and then we can do this for Wednesday.
I downloaded everything, all the previous episodes that had talking sips in them. So, and with me doing my final this week, I'll get to those.
Yeah.
I'll put out the announcement one first, and I'll just title it
The announcement.
End of the year, I'll be out of town.
Okay.
Yeah, last 2 weekends.
That's 2 weekends.
So I have to make up for that. Or?
We can do that. Yeah, we can do that.
I also have the Transformers 1 review as well.
We haven't done that one?
We haven't released it.
Really? I just skipped it for whatever reason?
You asked me to edit them.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot what happened as to why I didn't. I think I got sick.
No worries. I forgot it even existed. I thought I released that one, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I have anything. I forgot.
That's okay.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Don't add in the whole like extended of us talking about talking shit.
Yeah, I'll leave it out. Just like they left out gluteus maximus.
I saw the last episode where the ending was just me talking
Yeah.
to myself.
I did on that one.